Yeah, the People Podcast. I'm on it here to make you think and take them black to the basis. No gimmicks needed. Our melanin was designed for this greatness. Power was created, the most high, assigned to the favorites. We win as a nation, it's mutual. Young black man, you enough. Ladies, you beautiful. Don't let them tell you different. Your energy can't be shifted. Created, nor destroyed. That's a scientific fact, so opinions is all forward. This is how you're learning, how your conscious awareness of self. This that undisputed, undefeated, down in the belt. This your grandma cooking on Sunday morning. Don't touch the fridge. God is good all the time and all the time, yeah, you did. This is music for the mind, lyrics to touch your soul, melody for high frequencies.
Yes, sir. We are back once again with another episode of Black to the Basics, aka the People's Podcast. I am your host and one half, Mr. 52 the Balls, here with my co-host.
It's your boy J Irv, man, checking in. What's going on, people? What's going on, people?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How's
What's popping?
everything? Nothing, man. Another day, another opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Just glad to be here.
Another
You know what I'm
chance to talk
saying?
to the kinfolk.
Yes, sir. How was your weekend, brother?
Oh, my weekend was great. I ain't get to go hiking this weekend.
I was
I
going to
just
ask you because the weather was phenomenal this weekend. If I was correct, right?
it was where we live, but I go hiking in North Georgia, so it
Oh,
was
okay, gotcha.
a little bit colder. I only got about another month before I kind of lay off. I ain't really into that hiking when it's super cold and gotta have the face mask on and gloves. I ain't made it to that level yet. But
Oh,
I had
you're
to
not the
take a little.
extreme hiker yet.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I ain't
okay.
ready for that yet. That's just not me. Having a challenge while being cold, hiking up a mountain is just not something I'm interested in doing just quite yet. But you got my favorite absolute, not even holiday, my favorite day in the whole wide world is coming
Yes,
up.
it's
That being
coming up.
Thanksgiving. So, man, we try to get everything situated. We're having our first Thanksgiving here at Weeksville, first time in the new crib. So we got a lot of family coming. So super excited about that. But
Hold on,
I
say
got
it
to
again.
figure out.
Hold on, say
You
it
say?
again one more time. Come on. Shout out, man.
Oh yeah. First,
Say it again.
yeah. First Thanksgiving, official Thanksgiving in the crib. And this is exciting for me because y'all heard me say, not only is Thanksgiving my favorite holiday, but it's my favorite day, period. I would trade out my birthday for Thanksgiving in a heartbeat.
That's tough.
In a heartbeat, huh? But I've always admired the whole traditional Thanksgiving. You go over your family in my house and you there all day. You can't eat no breakfast, no lunch. You just hungry. You trying to sneak stuff on the side.
Oh, yeah, you just
Yeah,
because you gotta wait
right.
for all for
You
to
you
finish.
waiting all day. You done been there since 9:30 in the morning. You got your cousins over there. Y'all outside playing, doing different things. So I've been wanting that Thanksgiving really since my whole adult life, really. And so being able to have that in my crib in Weeksville is exciting, man. I'm super thankful and appreciative for that opportunity. But in preparation for that, we trying to get things a certain way. People already have planned, we got the fire pit here. So people planning outdoor activities. And I'm like, dang, now I gotta really get this
Yeah,
yard together.
listen, you get it together, man. Because look, it's funny you mentioned Thanksgiving, bro. So this is gonna be my first year where I'm going to try. Pray for your boy. I'm going to try to deep fry a turkey. You know what I'm saying?
You've never done it before?
No, this is gonna be my
Okay,
first
so
time.
we're gonna have to practice like leading up to it because
So
I've
here's the
seen
thing.
it done
So here's
and
the
it's
plan. Here's
yeah,
the plan, right?
we're
So
gonna have
I'm
to
gonna buy
do a
two
practice
turkeys.
run.
I'm gonna buy two turkeys, right? So yes, that is. I'm gonna buy a turkey, a small one before, and
Yes,
try it before Thanksgiving.
you
But
definitely have to.
But I'm gonna buy 2 turkeys, one that's gonna go in the oven and one that's gonna go outside just in case
Yeah,
the one outside.
because chances are 9 times out of 10 it's gonna mess up. Dog. You it takes some skill to be able to do that.
Hey,
I've seen a
listen,
lot of my partners do it, but you
I've
can
been wa
mess it up very
I've been
easily.
watching a lot of videos, you know what I'm saying? My uncle and my grandfather, they deep fry turkeys every year.
Yeah, the videos
So
ain't gonna help you though,
yeah, I
because the
know.
videos ain't gonna tell you when that temperature rise a little bit or it ain't hot enough. So
So I'm trying to buy all my tools, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I
make
don't
sure
burn
you
my
thaw
house
out that
down.
turkey because of that causes a lot of overfill and starts a fire outside. So
Yeah, I
practice that.
don't need no fires around here,
Yeah,
bro, but
definitely.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, but in preparation for Thanksgiving and trying to get Weeksville straight. Man, I found out this weekend. I mean, I already knew my wife was very adventurous, but I found my wife is the real life Paul Bunyan. Like she cutting down trees like she's a
She
lumberjack.
she had a plaid shirt on and the Scully.
Hey son. So yo, we bought when we first got the crib, we been bought the chainsaw and like the pole saw and all that. So we're trying to get little limbs. So we've been trying to, we got a whole half an acre that we still got to get cleared out. So we've been trying to little by little go and get different things. But when you got those neighbors that their trees grow over,
You gotta
luckily our
cut them
neighbors are
down.
super cool. They like, hey, do whatever. I don't care. Like it's making my property look good too. So you do whatever.
A little have at it.
Yeah, man. So we tried to do that a little bit of cutting tree. It started off as cutting limbs, and then my wife was taking trees out, dog. Like I said, all right, Paul Bunyan, like knocking down trees, man. But it was cool, man. It was fun. We spent, like I said, most of the weekend kind of doing that. And luckily, I got my little. I live in the country, so in the country they got their little fire barrel where they you
Okay.
burn your joint. So literally as we were cutting it down, I had everything situated. I got a whole lot more firewood,
I was
so
about to
I am
ask you,
set.
you got some more firewood for the
Young,
for the
I
weeks?
young, I got about 250 pieces of wood. Like I'm sitting good.
I
I can
got
do
you.
that joint starting from today
All
until the rest of the
the
year
entire
every
win
day and be
the
set.
entire winter though.
Yeah, I'm set. You already told me. I told you last time I got the plug down my man down the street, but now we didn't cut so many trees down around the yard, so I got
You
even
got your
more.
own firewood. You got even more.
Oh, I got the all the firewood. I got my little the little twigs, rather to make sure I got the pre-starters. I got everything. My little shrubs, like dog. I'm ready with it. So man, yeah, that was fun. We got to really enjoy some bonding through my wife showing me that she the real live Paul Bunyan cutting down trees and joint. So yeah, man, we got to have a lot of outdoor activities. The kids was outside, playing a few sports out there. So man, we just really was outside pretty much this whole weekend, man. So that definitely was dope. I see that you had a nice adventurous trip
Yeah, man.
to the
So
city that never sleep.
I did. I went to New York for me and my wife's anniversary, you know what I'm saying? So
Shout out.
yeah, so
Well, how many years is this?
7 years total, 6 years married. So one of her lifelong dreams is being that she wanted to go to the city, being that she's from Georgia and grew up kind of like in the country, has never been around a big city.
Yeah, she's
Atlanta's
really for the country. Like, ain't
like
no stoplights, kind of
like,
like.
yeah, it's so pretty much ain't no street lights where she grew up. There's
Yeah,
no, the lights that keep the street, lit. No,
yeah,
none of that. It's the stars. You get basically
that's
gotta
it.
navigate
Can't
like the
see your
whole.
hand.
No, if you cut the headlights off at night, you can't see
Right.
nothing. Right. So like when we go down there, if I leave some in the car, I don't go back outside until the next morning. So
Yeah.
that type of country. But so we was able to do that, man. Got there Friday. I guess the weather was kind of bad, so they had like a really bad storm system coming through. So it
Mhm.
rained pretty much all day Friday. So that really didn't stop us from, once we got to the hotel, and location where we were was phenomenal. Didn't realize that at first. So we
Mhm.
went to Joe's Pizza. Didn't realize, everybody's like, yo, you got to go to Joe's Pizza. It's in Manhattan. So we're like, okay, cool. Pull up the maps. Shout out to Apple, by the way, because they the real goats on this trip too. That joint was like literally right around the corner. So went to Joe's, we mingling amongst the people, you know what I'm saying, getting our slices of
You
pizza.
saw how much better the pizza was in New York.
Pizza was phenomenal. Do you hear me? Listen, so they didn't tell us, like, even though the pizza doesn't look hot, right? It's scorching hot. So, I went through it. Didn't realize I didn't
Over there,
singe the
over there,
top of my
like life. Ha, 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 ha.
yeah, I didn't singe the top of my mouth, man. We did that. We went to the big Nike store, 6 floors with me being
You
a,
ain't
a
cop nothing
huge
then?
no. Because here's the thing,
You
this is
got
why.
overload.
No, it was
They
overload,
got
but
sensory overload.
so here's what I learned too. I think companies have gotten smarter. They put all the heat online, all the stuff in the store is like
Yeah.
you may find some fire and you may not. All the
Right,
heat
right.
is online. So we did that, man. We walked like literally like 42 miles in like 3 days, dog.
And
Like
that
we
probably
walked.
was like 6 blocks because
Yeah, it was like
the blocks in New
listen,
York is different
it's different
different
blocks than it is like your regular
anywhere else.
block, right? So to get put in perspective, we walked from Manhattan all the way down to the bottom where like the World Trade Center is. We
Yeah.
saw the New York Stock Exchange, Wall Street.
You
Um,
should have just walked to Junior's and got you a cheesecake, though.
Here's the thing: we went to Junior's, but we didn't go to the Junior's in Brooklyn. We went to the
Okay.
Junior's in Manhattan.
Okay, I got you.
Look, showing my age, I asked the waitress, "Hey, is this the Juniors where Diddy made the walk the
It's the
cheesecake?"
other one.
She says, I don't know. I gotta ask somebody. So I had to Google the joint, and he made him walk from Manhattan to
In
Brooklyn,
Brooklyn,
which
yeah.
we went, and I get to that too. So it was a long walk. Ain't no way. It took them 5.5 hours to walk from Manhattan to Brooklyn and Brooklyn back to Manhattan on foot. Um, what else? We did I said World Trade Center. We saw the Eiffel Tower.
You saw your
Uh,
man? Did you see your man, the Aki Way?
Man, he wasn't there when
Okay.
we was there. So trust me, we went.
Yeah.
We that was our Brooklyn day.
Right,
Because
right.
the shop is located in Red Hook. But we went and did. We had some phenomenal food in Chinatown, by the way.
Mhm.
And with me being a movie nerd, like you said, I'm like, why? When am I gonna be able to use this information? It came
Name 'em.
into play while I was in New York because I'm like, oh, I've seen this. I know what this is at, dog. We saw the Plaza Hotel from Home Alone.
Credit card?
We
You got
saw
it.
the courthouse that was used like in Shaft, Law and Order. Pretty much, I'm like,
Right.
oh, that's you know what I'm saying.
Right, right.
What else, man? Of course, we was going through the neighborhoods in Brooklyn. I'm like, yo, this is where this was shot. This was that was shot. This is where this rapper's from. Oh, speaking of rappers, Ed Lover was on our plane headed to from Atlanta to New York, right? So if you know who that is, Yo MTV Raps, really cool. You know what I'm saying? It was just crazy to see him. We went to see the Book of Hove. Dog, let me
How
tell
was
you,
it? Was it
any
where everybody hyped it up to be?
anybody that is a music fan, you don't have to be a Jay-Z fan. Anybody's a
It's
music
music.
fan. If you're in New York or plan to go to New York, it's there until December 1st. You gotta go check it out. I mean, like they had the replicas of like Baseline Studio where he just dropped a new interview for Good Morning America, where he was actually in,
Mm.
doing the tour with what's it, Gail King, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, to see all of the accolades, all of his plaques, the I mean, it was crazy. Me being a Jay fan, it was like, yo, it was crazy. As soon as you walk in, they got like I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but they got like the iron cast mold of his hands
Right.
doing the symbol. I said,
The
yeah,
Rock.
so what, man. If you know anything about that symbol,
Herb
man,
was like,
like,
"Where my chain at?"
listen, I wanted to go ahead and go to the booth right then and there. It was phenomenal, man. Yeah, we did a lot. Central Park. I mean, it's pretty much it wasn't a place we did not go and see. I mean, we went to Washington, saw the Washington Square Monument. I mean, it was crazy. We saw the naked cowboy, the guy dressed in gold at night,
All
Times
of them.
Square.
Yeah, yeah.
Shout out to Cousin Corn, Ha Davis, Marcus Banks, and Ian Berry from the comedy tour. We got some free tickets
Right.
Friday night to go to the show, man. And when I tell you, man, that joke
Hilarious.
hilarious, up and coming. So shout out to like I said, to those individuals, man. It was really good, man. So all in all, man, trip was fun. Spent our anniversary, went out to dinner, chilled, and just enjoyed some time without the kids, man. So needless to say, my trip was phenomenal. But there is a telling why you mad attached to my trip
Oh
at the
my
end.
gosh.
So, but all in all, man, like listen, man, shout out to New York. In New York, like I said, I see why y'all have the arrogance y'all do when y'all leave y'all city and move to other places.
You
So
you have to be. You can't make it. They'll eat you alive in New York.
yeah, it was different. Oh yeah, listen, I complain about traffic here. No, dog. There's no
Oh,
way, bro.
yeah.
There's no way I could live in New York and have a car because as soon as the light turns green, if you don't go,
That's
they
right.
beeping the horn. I mean, yeah, it
And they're
was
cursing
crazy,
you
dog.
out.
Yes, they're cursing you out. They're doing all kinds of
They don't even
throwing
do the
up.
warning, John. It's cursing
Dog,
as
listen,
they blowing the horn.
we in the lift, and as soon as the light turns green, dog, even our driver was honking the horn, cutting the front. I'm like, man, I know I didn't make it this far to die in New York, not in no car accident, guys. So, it was like I said, man. The wife had a great time, and that's what it really was all about. Just spending
Right, right.
time, man. So that's what's up, bro. So that what it is.
Cool,
So
cool.
And of course, with me being out of the loop for a little bit, you know what I mean? Not saying out of the loop, but it's a lot of stuff that has taken place
Yes.
in the world today. So,
Whole lot.
we're not gonna do our own traditional episode. We just going, recap things that's been going on. We do these type of episodes once in a while. So I
Just
just
a little
felt like
refresher.
I just felt like it was a lot of topics that we could definitely dive into, man. So I'm gonna kick it off because you already know which one I'm gonna speak about. Being I was just
Go
in New
ahead.
York.
Go ahead. I know you're gonna toss over to New York. Go ahead.
Yeah, listen. The DJ Envy and the whole real estate scandal, dog. Like, I don't know if you've been following it, but it is.
I just started to see. I'm late to the party.
So it
But
makes
give us a brief high level overview.
So basically, this is what happened. DJ Envy got connected with this guy. I don't know if you've seen him like in his previous videos. He looked like Big
Caesar.
Pun a little bit. Yeah,
Dude,
Caesar. Okay. Got connected with him. They were going to do some real estate. Pretty much, they was holding these seminars all across the country, especially in like New York, to try to teach minorities how to get generational. Now, that's the key.
Right.
Minorities how to get generational wealth. Right. So they were looking for a bunch of investors. They got some investors. Some people, famous people, didn't invest, like Joe Budden. And now the feds came crashing through because there's no properties, there's no return on investment. It looks like has been a big Ponzi scheme. So that's the whole overview of the situation. However, the funny thing, and it's really not funny, you just got to make light of situations like the lengths that DJ Envy is going through. Try to prove his innocence, like he's the victim. Now, I'm no lawyer.
He said he ain't know about it.
I have no lawyer. I'm sorry. I'm no lawyer. I didn't go to law school. However, right, if you get paid, okay, you getting paid a substantial amount of money,
right,
as an adult, you got to ask where the money's coming from. I'm just saying.
But he said he ain't get no money. He said he just would put up his $500,000, but wasn't getting no return on it.
So that is true. However, there's a video of him, Caesar, and another guy. They're in the office. Looks like he's like, hey man, this is what generational wealth looks like. He got a handful of checks. He said, I collected my rent. He owed me some more money though. He's collected his rent. So this is what it's all about. Come to the seminar. You paying $100. So with that being said, I'm gonna let you take it in the court of law. Okay, like I said, you're guilty. You're innocent to prove guilty. However, that don't look like a man that don't know about no money.
What happened? What went bad for this to even come out to like go to this? I remember him doing all the videos every day, like this DJ Envy and flipping NJ, and then they had the IG posts and the Facebook, and they were doing the seminars. And they were doing all these different videos about flipping houses. They were in houses. They had the construction people and the demo team there and things like that. So like, what happened? Like, what happened where they decided, you know what?
All of that was a big scam. There's another investor. He put up like $500,000, and
he didn't get paid.
He didn't get paid, but he was asking like questions like, hey, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And then so this was right before COVID, apparently, when it started. Then the guy, what was his name again? You said it earlier.
Caesar.
Basically saying COVID slowed down production, blah, 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 but we're going to be doing this, we're doing that. But then he's telling another investor.
Somebody not getting paid to bring
right. And then there's another investor he's telling, construction's going well, things are going great, blah, blah, blah. So apparently those two connected, and then they found out, well, if you telling me it's not ready, but you telling him it's on schedule, something ain't adding up. And then it looks like
they start looking into everything.
It looks like the empire crumbled, man. So it's crazy, man. The thing about it is so disheartening is because when you look at these videos, you look at the pictures of the people that have been taken advantage of, right? Mm-hmm. It's all of us. You know what I'm saying? It's mainly African Americans in these seminars, from what I can tell from the pictures and videos. I didn't see any Latinos, anybody that, that their culture, it's all us. So it's like, come on, man. Like, we're going to do that to us.
Oh, man, he said he had nothing to do with it.
Man,
which can be true.
It can be true.
I just find it hard to believe from a perspective that someone will put $500,000 in and not expect any type of bread in return for it. And then if that's the fact, if you didn't, why are we getting these thousands of people to invest knowing that you're not gonna get a return on your investment?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, here's the thing. I don't know about you, but I would have a problem loaning somebody $500, not knowing if I'm gonna get that back, right? You give somebody
You lucky I don't got this
$500,000, right? And you just like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, just what's going on? Like I don't know what kind of money you have. I'm not, tapping, checking your pockets. However, I do know this.
I don't think it's about even the amount. It's the fact that you're giving something with it's not like somebody saying, let me borrow $1,000, 10. It's saying I
You're
am
investing
giving
in
you money with the expectation that I'm going to either double if it's a small amount or at least get a certain percentage higher than what I gave you initially. That's the whole point of investing, like getting money back. And
Yeah.
then especially if you're investing in something knowing like, hey, I'm gonna get a property, and instead of me just paying the mortgage on this one, I'm gonna be a landlord, which what they advertise. They were
Mhm.
landlords breaking up these units. So if the mortgage is $4,000, but they getting 6,500, off rental payments, then obviously you net money every month. So
Yeah.
I don't know how it went south.
Man,
There's
listen.
always somebody who get the short end of the stick to just like, you know what, they start talking. I think the only way for him now at this point to even get out, he's gonna have to fully, and this probably is already the case, but he's definitely gonna have to fully cooperate and tell any and every aspect of
It's
it.
funny you mentioned that because the day that we're recording this, his lawyer came out with a statement
Really?
and said, this is about 2 hours ago for people that's listening.
Oh wow.
His lawyer came out and said that, hey, my client DJ Envy is a victim. He had no knowledge of the Ponzi scheme that was being ran, and he is fully cooperating.
Oh yeah, you got to drop the dime on every aspect
to make sure that he gets his money back. And here's the key.
Oh, he ain't get no money back, but
here's the to get his money back and all the money that the victims paid, get their money back as well too. So it's like on his, hey, this is bigger than me, baby. This I'm going down. Everybody
gonna have to tell any inconsistency. Like, hey, one time I was expecting the rent payment and they told me negative. Like, he have to tell any and all details of every aspect to get away in that sense of like, hey, nothing is done. It's just weird that when we see people, and again, everything is alleged right now. Nothing has been confirmed. Or
everything is allegedly.
But it's so funny to see when people get into stuff or something happens, like we have all the evidence or quote unquote all the things that's just tying them back to all the things. Because now people I've seen, that's how I even found about it. I didn't even know anything about it until I just went on Twitter one day. My Twitter feed was going crazy. I'm like, yo, what's going on? And then I had to kind of catch up to what's going on. And it was like hundreds of videos of them talking about properties.
That's what I'm saying. He did a video with a mask on.
To me the most when my man said he had 3,000 properties. I'm like, nah, I ain't no real estate person. But does that not sound weird to anybody that an individual
but listen
has 3,000 properties? There's not 3,000 properties in your subdivision, and you got 3 subdivisions where you are.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Here's the thing too, man. It just coming back from New York, being in New York, seeing New Jersey, dog. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know unless it was like a new development, new building they built. I don't know, bro.
No, I say he owned 3,000 units. That to me seems like a red flag.
And Envy said he had 200. I think Envy said in the video he was like, yeah, my man's got 1,600 units. I got 200. He got 200. We working on some more.
It was like 3,000. And like 4 or 5 videos said we got 3,000 properties. I'm like,
crazy.
How is that? Like, that sounds a lot. I've been living in an apartment complex and didn't have 2,000 apartments.
Dog. Like I said,
3,000 houses.
You got to be owning a bunch of. Man, you probably had to have like 4 or 5 units.
Houses.
4 or 5 units per borough, dog. Like
that's that's a lot, dog. Like that's a lot. That seems off to me. But
what Rick Ross say? Accusations, accusations, guys. So, all I'm
saying is I keep my blue sign for those people that had the blue signs. For those people who know,
you should have been
here. Anytime someone started. I ain't talked to them in a while. They hit me up saying, look, I want you to look at this video. I got a great investment opportunity. I always pull that sign out and I'm like, let me get back to you. And I wait about a week and then it just fade out. And then that shows me, yep, I was right. Because along those same lines, do you remember those Forex people that was telling us we were stupid for the people who went to 9-to-5 jobs and this and that during the pandemic? Where are those people at now? I ain't seen not one millionaire from those
and they
Forex
back.
traders.
Look, they back to working a 9-to-5.
We out here, we in Vegas. We out here in Miami. We making money right now. What y'all doing?
Working at
Y'all
the crib, being sustaining. So
flipping burgers. Get them out of here.
moral of the story, people: do your
Don't get got.
research. Yeah, do your research, and if it sounds too good to be true, then it probably is.
Now, I know you was talking about you saw the Book of Hov. And in a rare occasion or rare sighting, we saw Hov do an interview, which is very rare in these days, right? We don't really see him out in public doing things like that. But you know, the joke has been going around of the, would you take $500,000 or would you take the dinner with Jay-Z? So even before we get into what Hov said, would you take it, dog?
Take the dinner? No.
You taking the dinner?
No, not even close.
I say, man, we got to reevaluate.
Not even close. I'm gonna take the $500K and be out. You understand me? That's for what? Like, what Steve Harvey say, man? For what? I done already paid my money for the albums, man. You know what I'm saying? No.
And that's not a situation that in my life that I'm taking the dinner with anyone.
The thing that kills me though, right? Because you see it. We talked about social media last week. You see people online like, yeah, I'm gonna take the dinner because the knowledge I'm gonna gain, I'm gonna flip that. Like, no, dog, you're an idiot.
It's the same people who say, would you rather have a perfect credit score or $2 million or something crazy? They be like, I could do the credit because I could do much more. At the end of the day, you still got to pay off whatever you
take the money,
on leasing in the first
fix
place.
your credit and be $2 or $1.5 million up because you ain't got 500,000. Yeah, come on, man.
You paying off people's student loans and everything.
Come on, bro. Like, come on, man. What he sell pay the full? I'd have just made enough dough to bake biscuits for the projects, baby. I'm taking the money. But
yeah, so I don't know why people was hyping up the dinner and they was like, I'll take the dinner. And Hov himself, Sean Carter, Jay-Z, all the other Iceberg Slim, he said, look, I'm taking the money. He said it doesn't make, like, he said, what I'm going to tell you, everything I've already
done
is in the music.
It's in the music.
He said, it's in the music. He said, you're already paying $10 a month for this service anyway. That makes no sense. He's like, what am I going to tell you in a dinner that I haven't already told you? Everything I've told you I was going to do, I've done. And I put the blueprint in the album. Hence the word blueprint for his album.
And by him saying that, man, by seeing the exhibit, dog, it made perfect sense. Like, you can literally go from the beginning of his career all the way to the end. Like, dog, it was so. Yeah, to your point, he gave you the blueprint, gave you the scripture. So, if there's anybody out there, if you get invited to a dinner to go with Jay-Z or the money, and you don't want the money, give me the money. I'm gonna take it, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's pointless, dog. There's nothing he's gonna be able to tell you at lunch that you don't already know that's gonna help you. Come on, man. Come on. If that's the case, then he would be, manufacturing millionaires upon millionaires upon millionaires, dog. There's a reason why. Listen, there's no shot because Memphis Bleek is my dog, but there's a reason why Bleek is where he is and Hov is where he is, right? And that's his man's. So if his own people has not exceeded his career, he got firsthand experience. Take the money, man. Take the money, people. There's nothing he can tell you to further your career. So
stop. As they say, stop the cap. Stop capping.
Take that money, man. Y'all crazy. Y'all went crazy over the stimulus checks, man. Y'all taking that money. Ain't nobody taking no lunch with Jay. You can take that money. So
right.
What about I saw something else, man. This actually came up in dinner when me and my wife was out, and we were not at Cheesecake. However, we've gone to Cheesecake before, but
yes.
There was a viral video of a young lady. I guess she was on a date, and the gentleman said, "We're going to Cheesecake Factory," and she went online and pretty much aired him out and was like, "Hey, that
wasn't getting out the car. And she's above Cheesecake.
This is good enough. This ain't good enough for me. What's your thoughts on that?"
So first of all, I had to see the full video to understand, get some context.
Okay.
In the full video, the gentleman actually made dinner reservations to a different restaurant.
Yeah, but they left that part out.
they weren't able to get their dinner reservations, right? So they went to Cheesecake Factory. Now, me and my wife have attended Cheesecake Factory, several times. Now, it's been about 10 years for us. Here's the thing. We went to Cheesecake Factory, just the two of us one day. And clearly we was on some, I'm about to eat up everything in it. We spent $250. I have no clue how we ran a bill up with two people with $250.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But but that was it. We had to take a pause. Like, what's going on in our lives that we spent $250?
Man, let me tell you something. Like I could now 100 and some change between dinner and drinks. I can see that. I don't know what y'all were doing. That
No,
y'all
it was
listen,
like
whatever y'all
200.
celebrating.
But it was like
It was just
like,
y'all
dog,
two.
It was just us, dog.
Oh
No
no,
kids, like just us.
nah, nah,
We were
nah. Come on, man. So y'all must have ordered y'all food, drinks, and then got
We had
entrees and
cheesecake.
drinks and
We
cheesecake to
had
go home. There's
cheesecake.
no way. There's no way.
We had cheesecakes. We had appetizers. We had drinks. When they was like, "Do you want a slice?" We was like, "Yeah, just bring me the whole cake."
Hey, look, no. So
Hey, yo,
whoever y'all waiter or waitress was that
that
night,
was
they went to the back. Was like, "Hey, we got
Got
us one." That's
yeah.
one.
You know how you taste like something. You be like, "Oh, that's good." Instead of us asking just for another slice, it's like, "Yeah, we'll
So
take the whole
just remember the whole cake. Oh, so you was in there like remember when Mike was in the store? I take that. Give me
Yes,
those.
yeah,
I
I
want
took
2 of
two of
those.
those.
That's how y'all
Hey,
was.
yo, they brought that dang on red velvet cheesecake, and I was like, "Yeah, just bring the whole cake."
So obviously y'all had a great experience, right? So that, to me, it's nothing
So
wrong
to
with
see that she was so like remiss of, oh, I would dare go to a place like that. I think in a lot of sense we have lost touch with reality for a lot of things because we have this unrealistic expectations that people have for dates or people that they want to court them. They have, hey, I want this, this, and this, and they're not matching up to those same things, or they just have an expectation without anything. Like, I'm just because of who I am, I should be able to attract a certain thing or get a certain thing, and that may be cool. But clearly, that guy wasn't, and he was a very not he was a gentleman about the situation.
he was
Because
because
I would
even
easily be like, all right, Slim, like,
so
look, you go on, step out the car, and I'm gonna
yeah,
holler at you.
look, here's the thing. When she was doing a live, right, before she even panned the
You
camera
already
to him,
broke. You already broke code with that.
but you can hear him in the background say, "Hey, I offered you if you didn't want to go to Cheesecake to go somewhere else, but you were basically like you're hungry. It's
Right.
right here. Let's
Right.
go get something to eat." Now, here's the thing, right? You know, if you don't set certain rules or parameters before you accept a date with somebody, man, at that point, wherever y'all go, it's where you go. At the end of the day, if you're unhappy with the date, hey, respectfully decline another one and go on about your business. But to put the gentleman on Facebook,
She
on
tried to put the man on blast and end up looking
yeah,
stupid because she was getting dragged by other women. It wasn't even fellas that was doing it. The
it was
fellas
other
was
one.
more like, "Oh, you a good one, better you than me." The fellas ain't even come at her. It was the other women. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, I go to these places all the time. I don't see no problem. And I feel like at the end of the day, people try really. What I'm seeing now is a lot of people just taking dates for free meals. They don't have no intentions to holler at this person, date them any further. They just going out trying to get a free meal,
Which
which
is
is sad now that
it
it's
is.
come to the point where it's like, you down that bad, you gotta get a free meal, champ. Like, what has the world come to where we feel like people are entitled to be taken care of, and we don't have no type of, we ain't dating in no relationship. This ain't Mars, but this is the first date, and you
And
expecting the
here's the
world.
thing, I'm not obligated to spend hundreds of dollars on you on a first date. Now,
Yeah, yeah.
if that's
Nah,
what you used to in the beginning, I ain't the one for you. Respectfully, let me
that
know
ain't
at the
me.
beginning. That ain't me because once again, I know my limits. I now here's the thing. I'm not saying I wouldn't do something like that, like from
Right.
from my wife or something like that. But the
Yeah,
first
you
date me with
allowed to bother
somebody,
your wife, but
yeah,
that's
we
your
not.
wife.
That's
So
that
what?
key
So can
word.
you think of the first date that you and your wife went on?
Sure can. Never forget it. Red
What's the?
Lobster.
Oh, we went to
Red
Outback.
Lobster. Yeah, Red Lobster. But here's the thing about this whole. My wife's so kill me for telling the story. I'm gonna be real brief. So she blew me off all this time. Didn't want to give me no date. So she finally said, "You know what? We go out to a dinner. All right, cool." So before I left, she had long hair, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I knew what to expect when I picked her up, right?
Mhm.
So it was cold. We was in Augusta. My window goes down, wasn't rolling back up, right? So I'm like, dang, so I had the heat on blast. So like on my end, the window won't working at first, right? Then she walks down the hall. I'm looking like, who was that?
Who was that?
She didn't cut her hair off. Like she
Oh,
went to like the shortcut. Like
yeah.
this was like within a 2-hour span. When you agreed to the date, you looked this
He
way.
look like that.
Right. So that's the running joke. Like, so my window wasn't working and she cut all her hair off, but we went to Red Lobster because that was the only thing open in Augusta at the time. We had a
Right.
great time. You know what I'm saying? And once again, it was the first, first date, whatever
Y'all
situation. I'm like,
laughing it up.
I don't know if you gonna like me. I don't know if you gonna, if I like you. So, you know what I mean? So I didn't go all out the first time, but needless to say, 7 years later, here we are taking trips and all that. So you never know what that first date is gonna bring you. You know what I'm
Please.
saying? Yeah, I mean, so ladies, fellas out there, if you just going on dates to just get free meals, hey man, let people know up front, hey, I go out to eat with you, but I have no intentions of, just escalating or dating, anything like that.
Yeah.
Give that other person to say, hey, you know what? That's cool. We can
Because
still
people have
go.
different expectations when they spend their money.
That's
And
correct.
and sometimes people think like just, oh, they gonna try to sleep with me. Nah, sometimes, dog, if I'm by, I was a very person when I was single, when I was like working at the store, somebody be like, hey, I'm about to go here. Hey, can you give me something? I'm like, nah, because if I buy you something, we go together. Because I'm not just spending my money just for the sake of it. So I'm not buying you nothing. And it ain't that I expect anything. It's like we dating. I don't just be out here buying junk just for the sake of just buying stuff. Nah, I'm buying you something. We go together. What are you talking about?
You
What I
gotta
look
be
like?
stopped, man.
I'm you know me. I'm
And
to
just
be
keep
honest. I'm just
just keep
saying.
it on it, man. I got you. Dog.
I'm just saying, though.
So,
I'm
so
not the person that's the single dude who like, you know what? Brittany, she want no, because now me and Brittany in a relationship. I don't know
yeah,
if you
could
know
you
this. I ain't
could you
saying
switch
nothing
them?
attached with this, but we go together now.
So, ladies and gentlemen, be aware of the expectations of the other person before you offer to take them
Yeah,
out or
I
accept the
told you,
date.
I'm just very intentional about what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm strategic. I'm not just gonna be out here just because you got those guys that will try to buy and try to friend zone, get out that friend zone and all that. First of all, once you put me in the friend zone, it's a wrap.
What's a
If you
wrap?
hit me with the bro, I only
You,
got two sisters, so
you,
I'm not.
you're never getting
You
out of
ain't my
that. You
sister.
listen. You're never getting out of that zone, so you can just
Oh
forget
yeah,
it.
it's a wrap. Yeah, the first minute you hit me with a bro, or it's a wrap, dog. Like I got two sisters, and you ain't neither one of them, so ain't nothing you can say to me after that.
Right, right.
I'm gonna dap you up like you like you one of my homies. What's up, my dog? What's good? You good, baby? You good?
Keeping it moving. What else is going on, man? It's a great week. NBA is finally back. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
NBA's back. The Nuggets are getting their championship ring on Tuesday night. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking forward to most? Did you see the new Beats commercial? With
I
LeBron
heard
and his
about it. I tell you about he
yes,
said he want to play with both of his sons now.
very very powerful. Had his whole
Yeah.
family. Wife is doing the voiceover in the background and had all his children in it. And I thought it was very very nice. You know what I'm
Generational
saying?
talent. It just kudos to Nike for capitalize on that.
They always do, man. Nike finds a way. Just like when everybody thought Colin Kaepernick was in the dark, nobody's rocking with him. Then they dropped that commercial out of nowhere, like, yeah, we've
Hey,
been rocking with him the whole. Yeah, it was crazy. So,
I'm certainly looking to see how things are going to, look when they actually start the season because we got a lot of moves. Dame is not where he was.
yeah,
CP3, I'm definitely to see how that dynamic is going to work.
that's weird to me.
Yeah,
I just
everything about it sounds weird, but I'm interested to see all these dynamics play out because I feel like every season it's like a whole flip flop for a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
of teams. So I think now it's the year. I would say the way the sports are going now is really about the actual player versus before it was the organization or the coaches.
Yeah.
They had who they want, but now I think the players have much more power to control kind of their fate or destiny. Like, look, I don't feel like playing. Like we seen James Harden do it several times.
I don't feel like playing for this team. I want to go here.
Right. Or
So yeah,
like I demand a trade and things like that. So while a lot of people are like, oh, they doing this, this, and this, it's like once you start to see your worth or what you feel like you're worth or your value, you start to look at things different. Like, hold on, dog. It's like when you work in a regular 9 to 5. Once you see, like, hold on, dog, I've been doing X, Y, and Z. I done brought this to the company, and this is what I'm adding. You start to see things different, and you realize, like, nah, I ain't about to settle for this.
yeah,
Now,
because I am the talent. I need
right.
to
But it
get.
don't now. It doesn't always go out in your favor. But either way, you have to be able to ride on what you stand on. Like this is what I stand on. So I'm a gamble on me. Now sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But in a lot of cases, it does. So I'm definitely excited to see how things are definitely going to play. I think it's going to be a great battle as we get past All
Yeah,
Star Week
All-Star break. Yeah,
with the West. I think the West is really what we need to be watching out for. I don't really see nothing too much in the East, but I feel like the West is where we gonna see something popping at.
I'm with you, man. I think it's gonna be a lot of great basketball. I think with the great additions that Boston picked up, Milwaukee, of course. I think
Yeah.
Atlanta may make a little bit of noise in the East, but
Ja feeling like he out for blood because everybody
yeah.
counting him out. So we definitely
So when he comes back, it's gonna be you got
yeah, they got
Memphis,
some trades on their side too. So we got to see them. So I'm definitely
Phoenix. Look, Phoenix made a bunch of moves.
yeah.
Of course, the rookie Wemby is. I mean, he's had a good preseason, but I'm really wanting to see what he does. Okay, you got 82 games now. What we gonna do? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I think NBA is gonna be. I think it's gonna be pretty interesting. The entire year because there's so many storylines, so many narratives, so
They
many.
gotta do something to keep up with the NFL and college right now.
Yeah, because
And WNBA, dog. You
yeah,
see
did you
WNBA? Psh,
man, listen, I was upset about that too. Because, however, shout out to the Las Vegas for winning, but I wanted them to lose one game because if they did, they was gonna have a game. They was gonna have a game in New York while I was there. We definitely gonna go to the game because the Giants and the Redskins, or excuse me, the Giants and the Commanders played on Sunday
PC. Yeah.
while we were there, and I looked at the tickets. I said, you know what? I really don't like either one of these teams to spend this kind of money to watch
Right.
teams I don't like. So,
Right.
but yeah, I was praying that the Liberty was able to come back. However, though, I like Las Vegas, man. So,
Hey,
yeah.
the WNBA making it happen. I was excited to see the hype, the everything about that. Them getting ready for the parade, calling people out, saying, "Look, I need you to be here." That is,
Hey, listen, now we got to get them paid, man. We got to get them paid. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to now. Once again, they got to be able to draw in the audience, which they are. A lot of people are tuned in. I think I've watched more WNBA basketball over the last 2 years than I have in a while. So I think that's a good thing. The sport is growing. Now we gotta get them paid, man. So
I think once they started to get more into endorsements, will be the bigger thing. Because look at all your NBA players. Like, I mean, all the top and even mid-level players have some type of endorsement. Even if they don't got a shoe deal, they got some type of contract or endorsement deal somewhere without. I think that's definitely important to bring in that revenue. But it's definitely exciting to see that it's more attention being brought to WNBA. You start to see much more NBA players go to WNBA games.
go to the games, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, NBA they gotta do something because college sports right now,
man. Listen,
is the talk of the town, especially with these NIL deals.
You see who's at the game? That was at courtside. Well, not courtside. Was at on the news feed or whatever was Shador and Travis Hunter with NBA TV mics in their hand, talking about the upcoming preview of the matchup between Lakers and Nuggets. So like college football or college sports, this NIL stuff is phenomenal because once again, they're able to do these things. They're able to get paid for their appearances now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's
on a rise. This is the most I've ever watched college football. Like it's definitely been like
it's been a good year.
Okay, now some games I still be like, hold on, what's the rules? Like this is I'm like, because in NFL you gotta have 2 feet. They don't hold on. Like
one foot.
There is a translation, a difference when in NFL and definitely college, but it's still just. It's definitely been exciting. Like I said, I've been looking forward to watching games on Saturday, and I ain't never really watched college, football.
And listen, and I can't remember the last time I stayed up to 1, 2 o'clock in the morning watching a college football game, and I've done it twice this season. So the impact is real, people. So shout out to them, man. Speaking of football, There's a little topic that I want to touch on, right? So it's dealing with the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, so
Okay. Homeboy and them. Okay.
yeah, my homeboy in the squad or whatever. But
Mhm.
there's a certain singer that's been at all of these games. I'm assuming she dates a NFL somebody on the Chiefs by the
Yes.
name of Travis Kelce.
Mhm.
Taylor Swift, her impact, right? My question is, why don't black celebrities get the same treatment when they go attend their significant others at the games? Like when Simone Biles, I believe her boyfriend plays for Chicago. No, I think he plays for the Packers.
Mhm.
She goes to the game
Mhm.
after her just winning her
Mhm.
her competition. They show her for a brief second. After that, you don't even know she's at the game.
Mhm.
Every time the Chiefs score, they don't even score. They can do a first down. The camera pans, goes right to Taylor Swift. The announcers right to Taylor Swift. Like,
Mhm.
what? And this is no Taylor Swift hate. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want
Sound a real Kanye right now, but go ahead.
yeah, whoever our fan base is, I don't want them to attack us. But I'm just curious as to why. Do you think that is? I mean, you got people saying she's changed the Chiefs and she's motivated. I'm like, come on,
Mhm.
from standing stands, like, what are we doing? Like, what's your
Uh,
thoughts on that, bro?
I think you gotta look at who she is and her impact. I mean, let's be honest, she's one of the biggest pop stars there is. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think there's a lot of a lot of people in the media's eyes from that standpoint that's going to draw that type of attention. Only person I can think of that in that level would be like a Ye or even a Jay-Z, and they'll show
Well,
Jay-Z, but it's
that's short. But what my point is,
yeah,
they
it's a
show
flash
Jay,
for it. Yeah,
hey, here's Jay-Z clip, and we don't see him anymore.
yeah. But you know over there, man. I don't know if the intentions are the same when that. I think this is them playing off the fact of who she is, and they're playing to that narrative of a fairy tale story, like, oh, because she's here, because it's helping ticket sales, it's definitely helping viewership because people that are fans that don't watch football are now watching
And to
football
see
just
her,
because
got you.
she's on there for it. I definitely feel like Kelsey is balling out because his girl there. You didn't been you hoop. You know how it
Yeah.
is if your
You try
girl
to
pull up to the
dribble the
game, you about to
Spalding
ball
off
out.
that joint.
Yeah, you about to ball out. You in there shooting like you Steph Curry,
I'm
taking
just
shots
saying,
you ain't
man.
never take. You crossing like
I
your
just
life is on the line.
I want to see our people on the screen more
No,
frequently.
definitely.
That's my point. Yeah, I
No,
mean,
no,
like
of course.
when Jay's
It
at a
definitely
Cowboys
is that
game,
I don't know the answer to how to solve that because when you got to look at the narrative of what they're trying to sell. You know, at the end of the day, NFL is a product. So they're always trying to increase viewership in any way they
yeah,
can with everything. I mean, think about it. You got older players like let's take Playmaker. They didn't have no celebration cam. You know what they would have did if they had a celebration cam when Playmaker and Prime and all these people and Jerry Rice and
not
Reggie,
even
all that.
that. Just what Ocho Cinco was getting fined
Yeah,
thousands of dollars, and now they
right. They got a
encourage celebrating.
whole camera. Like the defense get a
They need
stop,
to
they get a turnover.
get the man his money back.
They going to the cam to celebrate. It's just the times are so different as far as that. I don't, I don't know why they like I said. I mean, I know why because it's about money for that, but I don't know how we can really influence that because it's not really controlled by us. Like
Yeah, you're right.
it ain't no black owners.
Well,
It's a handful of black coaches.
we got to
We're
change.
starting to get more.
We got
I
to do
just seen
something
the
about that.
stat for what? What's my man, the black quarterback for the Giants? And it was like,
Tyrod Taylor. Shout
yeah,
out Tyrod.
it was
He
like
from
he the
VA
first
Hampton.
black quarterback to get a win for the Giants, and they've been out since 1925.
Because you got to think they ain't really had no black quarterbacks like
No,
that.
but I'm
Curve
just saying, like that's crazy. That's a crazy stat.
Yeah,
In 2013, 2023, brother. That's crazy.
that is crazy. But yeah, shout out to Tyrod. He from Hampton. Watched him play when he was in high school. You know what I'm saying, before he went to Virginia Tech, man. So shout out to him. Proud of him. He been through a lot, but like you said, man, something got to change. We need more ownership. We need something
So we
because,
need
like
to
I
see
said,
more representation.
I need to see more representation, man. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to see the pan the Hove. You like, nah, like what Hove think about this?
Yeah, I want to see like, hey man, because I'm sure he's a fan of somebody, right? Just like when they showed her celebrating their scoring, just like for instance, it was one cut. They had Jay, LeBron, and somebody else all in one scene.
Yeah,
I'm sure we can see some emotion when somebody scored a touchdown. Like I'm sure one of them in the stands, like, yeah, let's go. Like we don't see none of that. You know what I'm saying?
you know they setting that up.
Come on, man.
They telling her, we can go invite you to the game. Your man's already playing. We're gonna put you in the skybox. We're gonna
I'm just
go ahead and
saying.
get you. So they
I
sicing
need
it
to see
anyway.
more of us. That's my point. You know what I'm
I'm with you. I agree.
It's sticking with singers, man. Rihanna, you know what I mean? Riri is set to go on tour and release 2 new albums, man. And
Stop
people are
capping.
going. I'm just listen,
Where you get this from? Did you just
man.
make this up?
No, I didn't make it up.
Okay.
Unless New York media is lying
Oh,
to
okay.
me, you know what I'm saying? And listen, I saw it firsthand. I
Okay.
saw it on Fox 5. You know what I'm saying? I think Fox 5 in New York.
Yeah.
So you know I ain't lying.
I got you.
But I brought up a question as far as like the mystique, like so when certain artists say, "Hey, I'm coming back," right? It's like everybody's in the uproar. Like we've been waiting on Detox since I think I was in high school, man, and I'm almost 40. So what is it, man? Like what do you think that is? Like what causes that whole persona? Like
I think a lot of times when we watch people grow into who they are, like we watch Riri go from not even Umbrella, which was a hit. Like I'm talking SOS, when we was like, who is this girl with this big forehead singing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we watch her go from that to the hits like Umbrella, Get Under J. Then you had her start to rise up, get with Chris Brown, brought it to another level. And then you start to see her grow into a bigger and broader audience until she got to the point where she got so big was like, dang, what else can I do? She took the Hove approach. Hove understood, I ain't gonna be able to do this forever. So let me see what else I can put my hands
venture off into something else, right?
And she utilized her impact, that she had to make, an influence with her fans and fan base to build Savage Fenty. I just racked up for the wife for some Savage Fenty. And I'm waiting for the new coupons so I can give me some new boxes on that joint. Like, hey, that joint is good quality. So I'm with you, Riri. Keep releasing that joint. As far as I'm concerned, you ain't never got to release another album. I got enough music to hold me over, dog.
Well, she's definitely releasing some music, man, and she's gonna be going on tour.
People wanted to see her, do it because, like I said, we gotta realize once we start to see people and we start to really support them, we feel like we, especially with everything down, we feel like we know these people personally.
Yeah.
Even though we never met them, like we feel like I know all the whole music. I'd have been to his concert. I'd have been to Watch the Throne, On the Run. All these, I know this man.
Yeah.
No, we really don't. You know what I'm saying? We turn into like a regular fan to like a stan and like a fanatic. Like we going crazy what we think. So I think it's just the idea that you have such an appreciation for them. You don't want them to ever stop. And I think she realized during that time that she wanted to do other things. She did movies, where she did great in her movies. And she realized, you know what? I want to enjoy life because being an artist that got to release music all the time, they got to be on demand. You can't have a whack song or whack album if they didn't heard a hit. Like we want the hits. It's like the pressure of that.
I think it's smart though, man. I really do. I think like when you have artists like that, where it's like for instance, like I'm a huge battle rap fan, right? So like Loaded Lux, you gonna get this work. You know what I'm saying? That, if you know about the phrase, so like Lux battles once in a blue moon, but it's like when he announces or like a Murder Mook, they announce somebody like that on the card.
You know what it is.
Everybody's like, oh my God, like Mook is returning, or Lux is returning, or this person returning. So I look at it the same way. Like Rihanna has put in so much work. She can stop, and it's like now people are like, you appreciate the music, and then when you don't have it, it's like, okay, when are we getting the next Rihanna album? Then
supply and demand, dog. Whatever, we know that for the hood. She's creating demand for herself because again, if you keep giving them everything, dog, it's like
they get tired. And eventually they turn on.
Think about how Apple does us every year. They do us every year the same. They know that we're gonna want the products for, and they know they can put all these great features that you see in Samsung devices. But again, if I give you all that, you ain't coming back.
So they give it to you one by one.
I'm gonna burn feed you. You gonna keep coming back. Now I got you. Now you went from just having a phone. Now you got a watch. You got the AirPods. You got the computer.
That's why I only buy a phone once every 2 years now, bro.
They get you. So they understand that. So being able to allow your fans to miss you is a great power to have. Because sometimes you release music so much, people are like, all right, dog, like, okay, we get it. Like, all right. And then they don't really appreciate it. But you're a true artist, you want to keep going. But yeah, sometimes people just want to keep it going. But I think being able to create that, when the next album, that's a great thing to have people wanting and like, so when's the next album? Every question. think that's
Yeah,
dope.
yeah. Man, so with homecoming coming up, I think your homecoming is this weekend, isn't it? I know Florida
Nope,
and
nope. Next weekend. Next weekend. Next weekend.
okay, next
Nope.
weekend. I know
Yeah,
Florida
November the
and
4th.
homecoming is this weekend. I always remember because it's always the weekend or falls like the weekend after my anniversary. You know what I'm saying? So what's your plans? What's your thoughts? Are you attending
You already
homecoming?
know your boy about
Okay.
to be in the Bull City. Throw them Bulls up, baby. SCCU, what's good, baby?
I will not be going to any homecomings this year. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
I just
we're gonna bring you, man. We're gonna go next year. Let's go.
yeah, we'll go next year.
Get
But we talked about it earlier. The Celebration Bowl is going to
yeah,
be coming up
we're gonna be up here. It's right here in the A, dog. This
right here in the A. I think
train stop
Fam,
away.
Fam, and Bull City or
It's looking
whatever
like
name
it's
you
really
want to
looking
call
like
them.
that. Yeah,
And
but nah, man, this time is homecoming, and for those with HBCUs, this is like your cookout, dog. This is your
yeah,
time for you to see all the people that you graduated with. You get to see people that been there since the 60s, 70s, and 50s. You get to see all types of people that came before you, some after you, some in school right now. You got all the activities. Everybody trying to get fresh. They getting their freshest outfit together. They trying, you know what I'm saying? They
yeah,
like, look, I gotta wear this to the yard. For the day party, I gotta wear this. And then for the actual homecoming game, you gotta really be fly for the tailgate, man. So
yeah.
it's really like when you had that family reunion where you ain't seen your cousins in a minute. And
You
you
get to
like,
see
"All
how
right, I
everybody living
can
and just put eyes on people that you went to school with, all
Yeah,
the
and for
relationships
the
and
for
bonds
the
that you
that
gained.
week or even weekend for some people, it's a time to really be celebrated. Because where other place in the world are you gonna see that many concentration of black people in one space? That's really all there together. Like, yo, we here. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and with no drama. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
9 times
it's
out of
a
10, it's
whole
all
experience. I know.
love, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I know Howard has had theirs.
I know Clark just had this past
Yeah,
weekend.
Clark just had theirs. So this is the time, man. This is like our mecca during this time, being able to have that homecoming. It's like that celebration that you've been waiting for. And for a lot of us people who haven't been in a long time, it's like, oh man, to see people that you haven't seen it for so long. It's cool to see people online and social media, but to see them in person and see
Hear
how
their
things
voice, see
work.
how they really
And for
doing.
a lot of us, for me,
Different
like
feeling.
going back to campus and see, like, y'all got a whole parking deck. And I used to get cussed out for old people parking in front of their house. And I'm like, I'm in college. Like, give me a break. Like, I'm trying to get an education. And y'all cuss me out for parking in front of your house. Give me a break. So being able to see how the advancement of the university is good. The bigger part also for those people who are alumni, being able to give back to your school. I definitely make sure I pay my dues and make sure, they know, hey, I rock with y'all. I'm paying my dues. And when it really get how I want to get, I'm trying to get me a wing in my joint. I'm trying to get
Yeah,
a
you said that for a while. It's gonna happen, bro.
I
Just keep it
told
up.
you, I got to have that J Weeks Entertainment little spot. This the J Week studio right here. We gonna have a little section for them, man. I got to have that. But nah, man, it's a great time for HBCUs. I don't know how it is in PWIs because I've never really attended the homecoming yet. But I know HBCUs,
It goes
it,
down.
people ain't going to class because forget about class. Teachers they ain't teaching.
Yeah,
It's a whole
no. The
experience.
entire week and lead up into the weekend, you can forget it. So
They trying to get right themselves. They like, look, I gotta go and get right. I know my people's gonna be here, so I gotta get right. So it's always cool too to see your professors and people that are teaching, but also went to the school too. That's always dope. But man, it's just like one big family picnic, man. It's a
yeah,
dope
man.
experience.
Shout out to all the students, all the HBCUs out here that's gonna be celebrating their homecomings and stuff like
Sure.
that. So y'all be safe with that. You know what I mean? Gotta give a round of applause for that. You know what I mean?
So one of the things I definitely got to talk to you about, because I know you like to do extravagant things for your wife. I know you like to go out.
Allegedly.
I know you like to. I know you like to go above and beyond for your wife. So one of the hot
Accusations.
topics right now, accusations.
Accusations.
One of the hot things right now, and one of the best things to do if you're going to the West Coast, you go to Vegas, you go to a concert, you go to a show, a residency of the guy USHER, RAYMOND, call him Usher Raymond. So my question to you is, one, would you get tickets for your
No.
wife to go see Usher?
Negative.
And will you let her get serenaded?
Negative. There's a no and a no to both. I'll be honest with you. Man. Listen,
Herb, come on, man.
I'll be honest with you.
I enjoy.
I do a lot of things for my wife, and that won't be none of them. Okay. Like yourself, right? Okay. I listen to the music. Yeah, I said Usher told you a long time ago he Mr. Steal Your Girl or whoever it is.
No, he said, "Don't leave your girl
Oh
around."
yeah, that's right. Don't leave your girl around me. True player for real. Ask Diddy for real. Yeah, I mean, nah, I'm good. No, you want to see Usher live concert?
He said, "Don't leave your girl around me."
That's fine. I'm not doing it.
Oh,
And then
don't leave him. You could be there with her while she's
it doesn't matter, right? Because it's a hot topic thing. He's feeding into it. You done already broke up one home. Nah, I mean, not doing it. So, and I'm not. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, people. I don't promote violence, but I'm not gonna be that guy that sits in my seat while. No, it's not gonna happen.
You swinging, dog.
You gonna hear a whole bunch of mic fumbling. I'm gonna keep it a beam. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna just look. He start walking on point. Hey man, you might want to go next door because this ain't what you asked. This ain't what you want, cuz.
He gonna throw that arm up. Go on, bust your business.
Listen, at the comedy show, right? My man said this. He said, "Hey man, this my lady." Okay. He said, "You take that somewhere else." You know what I'm saying? Like Ha Davis was in his routine. Right. And the guy was like, "Hey man," because they was, as a matter of fact, this was cool though. They were giving shots to the crowd, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you showing support. And his wife stood up with her glass. My man was like, "Hey," he grabbed her by her arm. "Hey, sit down." Hey, he said, "It's my lady, homeboy. Keep it moving." And at that very moment, I said, "You know what? Hey, if I'm in the Usher situation, hey, bro, keep it moving. We love your music. I'm no hater."
Oh man, you gotta let her live.
No, sir. Not gonna happen. What about you? I'm gonna ask you.
Yes. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No, dog.
We know that when the Word Up magazine was out, a lot of young teenage girls had that little Usher poster when he had the stocking cap on.
Hey, it's okay. No, sir. I can't even finish my answer. No, because the more and more you're going with this, I'm getting upset just thinking about it right now. No, we're not doing that. I'm gonna go get me the little bottle cap.
You're supposed to let her play, man. Let her have her moment, dog.
You had your moment when you said "I do" 6 years ago. That was your moment. Okay, no, we're not doing that. All right, so yeah, let's keep it moving.
Don't buy your lady tickets because chances are he might serenade your lady, and she might.
But here's the thing: do we not have proof or facts that this is real? Okay,
we do.
So once again, if I know that this is a grizzly bear over here, right? I'm not going in the forest to go fight no grizzly. I'm just not doing it. So why would I tell you? No, I tell you what. If we went to the concert, we won't be nowhere near the front. We're going to be somewhere where serenade the proof. Okay.
Yeah, I just asking.
No.
I know it's a hot take now. A lot of married people are taking. They like do nice things for their ladies. Usher might be on the list. I didn't know if it was on the list for you.
It ain't gonna never be. So we
clearly Herb said we ain't playing those games.
I ain't playing those games because, like I said, man, it's because then you got to deal with all the extraness, and then you got all the interviews. And,
they're gonna make a meme out of you, dog.
That's fine, but so
ain't that Herb girl right there?
I'm gonna be a meme for a different reason. Okay. I'm just telling you right now, that's not going down, brothers. What else you got, man? Anything else we didn't cover? You know what I mean? Because, hey, look, man, you about to make me switch my whole telling why you
man. My bad is hot. But that was just I definitely had to ask for that because I saw that one.
And I'm very secure though. Just put that out. I'm secure. I have no.
No, you're a little shaky there.
No, because I'm looking at the bigger picture, all the extra stuff that's gonna come with it. Not really worried about him. It's just gonna be a lot of attention. I don't even post pictures of like my vacation, right? I will though, but I'm just saying, no, I ain't about to do that. You know what I mean? I ain't answering questions to the media. So Irv, how do you feel when us? No, not doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's not doing
man. I let my wife go ahead, your 5 minutes, relive your time. Go ahead, man. It's all good.
All right. Look. All right. All right. Okay. Listen, your strong, your willpower is strong. I'm not doing this. What else you got, bro?
That's it, man. What's your? Let's go ahead and close out. But you'll tell them why you mad, man.
Oh, okay. So hold on one second. Hold on.
question. I'm gonna tell you why I'm mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you why I'm mad. I'm gonna tell you why.
Talk to her.
So here's why I'm at right here, people. So with me being in New York, right? We went to the let me turn the music off for this one, man. We went to the World Trade Center, right? You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? The monument, right? Where they had the, beautiful situation, right? Very eye-opening experience for me. So when I
Mhm.
went to New York back in 2013, they were doing the construction. We didn't know what it was going to be when it was finished.
Right.
When you look on TV or you see the pictures, what you can't see is that around the outline of the structure of the fallen buildings
Mhm.
is all of the names of the victims, firefighters, the employees, everyone that lost their lives, right? I mean, this is not like no small thing.
Right,
This
right.
stretches for, quite a bit. The thing that it upset me is that, you're charging money, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying, to go in and see or to relive those moments, right? Where people lost their lives. I can remember like it was yesterday. I was in 11th grade.
Mhm.
We were in football practice, not practice. We were weightlifting, and it comes on TV. And so if you old enough to know what that is and the significance of what happened, how can you charge money to go see those things? That type of stuff should be free. So
Mhm.
people, if they want to go and learn about what took place, the
Mhm.
significance, why it took place, it should be available to everybody, right? Now, America, we always try to find a way to make money, right? You know what I'm
Always.
saying? Off of anything, we try to profit off of anything. Somebody passes
Everything.
away. Oh, well, an artist passes away. Well, here's
Sell
the
tickets for
unreleased
their
album.
funeral. Yep.
Or we're gonna charge tickets to go to the funeral. Like those type of things
Mhm.
should be free, right? And once again, we could have very well paid to go in and see, but my wife was like, no, that doesn't make any sense. And you have to experience it for yourself to know that
Mhm.
these two buildings were right here. These people were jumping from the building, leaping to their death,
Right.
and to charge money to see that. It's very upsetting. That was probably
Start. Right.
it was probably the worst part of my trip.
So
Just
it's
seeing
like
that.
so is it like a museum exhibit type thing
So
or
you can go and see the actual structures where the buildings were, right?
right.
Tower 1, Tower 2. But
Okay.
then if you have no knowledge of what's going on or
Mhm.
why this is there, there's a museum that they built that
Mm.
you can pay a substantial amount of money to
Oh,
go
to
in
go.
to, see the videos or whatever situation is where
Wow.
once again, if you're in DC, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think they charge anything to go to the
Mm.
museum in DC,
Yeah,
right?
all the museums in DC are free.
Free donations, whatever situation is,
Mhm.
right? But you're able to go in and learn about
Different.
history or whatever situation is. I feel like certain topics, certain situations should be the same thing. There's no way you should be charging to see people or to witness something horrific as it was, and you're making profit off of it. I
Yeah,
mean, this
I
place was
definitely
packed.
yeah, I
Place
definitely
was
agree
packed.
with you.
Place was
Museums definitely should be free, but I didn't even know that they had that.
Yeah. Like I said, it was very eye-opening. Because once again, we were kids when it happened, and to see so many names on those
Thousands of
walls
people.
or on that stone, it just seeing people
And
come up, placing flowers
oh,
on
yeah.
like relative, like I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like it was crazy. Like people were like, "Oh, this was my brother. He was a firefighter, lost his
Mhm.
life." Like we talked to a gentleman, people out here crying. This is years and after the fact, and I'm looking
Yeah,
around
'cause
like,
a lot of people never even found they family members' remains or
right.
anything.
So
Like,
to
no
go
body,
and
no nothing.
witness somebody's name that your loved
Mhm.
one or coworker that lost their life, and then a few yards away, charging whatever to get in to relive the situation, something is not right about that, man. We have to do better as a country. Just as people, man.
Capitalism at its finest, you know that.
That's my telling why you mad, man. So I just yeah, that was probably the worst part of the trip. Just seeing that. And it just like I said, it was eye opening. But
Mm.
hey, it's land of opportunity. You got to make a dollar however you can, but that shouldn't
Capitalism,
be
here in America, everything is about money. Everything you
that
do
shouldn't be
is
that shouldn't be the one though, man. So
no, I agree,
yeah,
but
yeah, no, I'm
it's
getting upset thinking about all of it, man, because I can just like when we were out when the gentleman was killed here in New York, or not New York, in Atlanta, Rashad Brooks, and we saw the
mhm.
young lady out here crying, and I can never get her voice out of my head when I think about the situation. I would never get that out of my head seeing those people out here placing flowers, crying, mourning loved ones that are not there. And then, like I said, a few
You
yards,
don't know what happened to him.
you don't know. And you got people charging, see stuff like that. So yeah, but let's tell them why you mad for this week, man. So all in all, great trip.
Cruel world.
Yeah, it is, man. So anything before we get out of here, brother?
Nah, man, I definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. We know that Halloween is going to come up before we have another episode. So I definitely like to issue a warning to everyone and just be safe. Be safe. Make sure you go out with your kids, check candy, make sure you check your surroundings. People tend to do a lot of weird stuff that can be very dangerous for both kids and adults. So, I know it sounds like crazy saying it, but man, make sure you're going with people. Like don't go
Yeah.
nowhere yourself. Sadly, people who like to play pranks and tricks and do a lot of wild stuff, and they feel like it's purges on during Halloween time. So
Yeah,
man,
look, go take your kids, do the trunk or treats at your school, do
yes,
stuff during the day.
churches, trunk or treats, perfect.
Churches, yeah, trunk or treats. I know that they got a bunch of them here in Atlanta,
Mhm.
Georgia, surrounding area. So check your local listings. I sound like we a commercial, but yeah, man, check your
Nah, it's
community,
serious,
man,
man,
and,
'cause
and make
it's a
sure to
different
take the
time when it
kids.
comes
Yeah, yeah.
to Halloween now. So it's we definitely want to make sure y'all safe out there too.
Also, too, speaking of Halloween, before we go, my people in Georgia, people that's traveling to Georgia this weekend coming up, it's going to be 80, 83 degrees, 85 degrees this weekend, right? It's going to be beautiful weather before the
Right.
cold comes in. Listen, stay away from Lake Lanier, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Stay away from the water, stay away from Lake Lanier for this Halloween weekend, whatever situation is.
Well, in life,
And
period.
yeah, just in life, period. And just stay
Don't go.
safe, man. So
Yeah.
that's it.
Definitely like to issue that for you. So I definitely enjoy, be safe. If y'all want to do the trick or treat and get your candy, get good quality candy. Please don't get cheap candy. I
Yeah,
know
and
this is
don't throw away your food either, people. Don't try to put
yeah, we want no
can of
canned
pinto
goods and all
beans.
that,
Yeah,
man.
come on, man.
we
Don't do
ain't
that.
doing that no more, man.
We
Get you some good candy, man. Definitely appreciate that. I
Yes.
definitely have to shout out my son, my man KJ King Drayden. My man will definitely be 2 before we come back on the 29th. So shout out to my young King Bobby. Also, y'all have heard our intro that has been redone and masterfully done by none other than my man Neoplex. My homie Neoplex just released his I'm gonna say EP. Not sure if it's a difference in LP, but I'm gonna say EP.
Okay.
He just released his EP Complex. It's on Spotify, iHeart, wherever you listen to your music, it's there. Check it out. He got a dope project.
Yeah.
It to his grandma. It's only 3 tracks on there, so it's a nice something you could ride to work, on your way to the grocery store, liquor with your fam. So shout out one to my man for doing our intro and
Yes, sir.
artist, but
Fire.
also
Hold on, let me get another hand clap
oh
for
yeah,
that.
go ahead. Shout out my man Neo Black,
Yes, sir.
dope performer, storyteller, writer. But definitely shout out to him and his new project, man. And also my man, him and Chad P also got another drink that came out all day. So yeah, shout out to him at 1080 pesos for releasing music, man. So people doing things and making things happen. We know we in a time where we about to get close to the holidays.
Yeah.
So I also like to say this before we go. One, if you're getting ready for Thanksgiving, get your outfits ready. You gotta stunt on them, particularly the fellas and women that are trying to make a stance and try to make an impression on the family. Get your outfits ready.
Get
We
your
got a
jokes ready, by the way,
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Get your jokes ready.
Get your jokes ready. Get your food ready. Practice everything, man. We definitely looking for a great Thanksgiving, but also looking to bring a great Thanksgiving episode to y'all. We certainly appreciate y'all for tuning in, but please, kinfolk, remember when I talk, you talk, we talk. That's that free talk right here in the People's Podcast.
Peace.
Catch y'all next week.